Hello and welcome back to my channel. Yes, before we start, excuse me if I look like a bit of a tit. I have put an Alice band on that I've stolen from my sister in order to keep the hair out of my face for this particular video. Now, as the title suggests, I'll be taking a trimmer to my beard in order to tidy it up and clean it up. So this, taking a look, is about a month's worth of growth, maybe thereabouts, a little bit less. I haven't really done much with it apart from just constantly cleaning up the bottoms and giving the top a bit of a trim. Everything else I've left alone. So I thought, it's been a month or so, it needs a trim, and I should get you guys involved and see so you can join me and see how I do this. So a couple of things you're going to need. One is a good comb. Please use a wooden or bamboo comb or something along those lines. The reason behind that, which is usually something that's kind of overlooked but can be quite vital in these sort of situations, especially when you're growing a beard in the beginning and when it comes to styling them, is that if you go for a plastic comb, whether it comes to keeping your beard in check or when it comes to kind of styling it or combing it in order to style it, you're going to hear cracks and pops, and basically this is too much static. These combs cause a lot of static. Now, if you can find a product that is anti-static and all that kind of stuff, then yeah, fair enough. That's what you like to use. Go for it. Or you could just use something that's a little bit more environmentally friendly and something that doesn't cause any sort of static, which is one of these. This is a wooden comb. Now, what else do you need? You'll need a good quality trimmer. Now, this is a Wahl Super Taper, and this is the plugged-in edition. I bought this many moons ago, and I actually love this trimmer to bits. The finish you get on the beard, which we'll talk about a little bit more, I should say on the strands, is a very clean cut. Now, if you have any experience with trimmers, you'll know that not all trimmers are made the same, whether it's titanium, whether it's titanium edges, ceramic edges, or whatever. It really comes down to how they cut and perform against the actual hair, because you'll find that some will leave the hair slightly split at the end, and you may not be able to notice it, but when you feel it, it will just catch and it will not be comfortable and eventually cause irritation. So make sure you've invested in a good quality trimmer. I do have another trimmer by Braun or Babyliss, or one of those guys. That's my portable one, but I wouldn't use that when it comes to shaping the beard, primarily because it's a cheapo one, and I've been there, done that, and I'm telling you, invest in one of these. You can get now the cordless version of this should be available, and I'll put some links below and you can go and check it out for yourself. If you can, grab a set of grades. These are really handy. They either come in a set with one of these, or you could buy them separately. Usually the ones that come with the equipment don't tend to be bad, but they're not the greatest quality. Now, I've tested quite a few, and these are the ones that came in the kit, and you'll notice that if you've ever spotted them in the barber shop, that these have no metal mounting points. Again, it's just a matter of quality, cost, and expense, and what you can basically afford or what you want to invest in. Now, because I'm not cutting hair and beards every day, I'm kind of okay with these. But if you are going to be thinking about growing a serious beard and you want a lot more control and a little less flex in these, then I would highly suggest you invest in a super high quality set of grades. But for this purpose, it should be fine, basically, no problems there. So you've got one of those, get yourself a set of grades. I'm going to use this comb not to comb the hair, but just to provide some guidance when it comes to cutting a few areas. I'm not going to brush it through the beard, because this will charge my beard and make it stand on end. And when that happens, you're basically going to end up cutting more than you expected. So try to avoid combing. I'm going to use this just for tapering and kind of getting a measure of where I am for certain things, and maybe even kind of like doing a quick flick here and there. But you can see from my beard, it is really getting out there. It's getting it's out of control, and it's time we got it back under control. So the look I'm thinking of going for is, I would say, slightly musketeer kind of look. So musketeer, or one of those more, how to describe it, one of those Greek beards that you get in the British Museum and all those statues, where it's a lot more in the goatee, a little bit more faded on the sides. So I'm going to see if I can get all of this coming forward, so we've got a nice taper, a nice shape across here, and everything will be clean and tidy. So now that you've got everything set up, let's get things in place. I'm going to go with a grade 3, and hopefully this will capture. I'm going to put it on the lowest. Hopefully this will capture any sort of stray hairs. I'm going to give it a quick comb. At the same time, I'm going to check the monitor to see if everything's recording. Lovely jubbly. Bring this down. Okie doke. Now I'm not going to go against the grain, I'm going to follow the grain. A couple of things to note. Like I said, I'm going to follow the grain. At the same time, I'm not going to go around the chin. I'm going to make sure I go straight down, following the grain on the first pass. All right, let's do this. Sorry for the noise. And right now, this is just the first pass. Same on this side. Okay, let's take a quick look. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to use this comb for a bit of detail, just to get the mustache out of the way. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to, same grade 2, I'm going to go in from the outside in, taking it towards the chin. And this is the aim with doing this, is to create that angle going from the jawbone here into the chin. So you get a nice angle like this. So it all brings everything to the front. Let's see. Just following the jaw. I'm not going around the chin, I'm just following the chin at the moment. Okay, let's take a look at where this has taken us. Yeah. Again, let's get that mustache, just take it to the side to clean up a few things. There you go. Grab this. Let's see where we are. Brush out any loose, straggly. straggly hairs. Let's get them out. take the same one, same grade. I'm just going to go with the jaw here. I'm not expecting a huge amount of trimming. I'm not going to go under the chin yet. This is just the beginning. Done. Now let's see where we are. What I'm going to do now, this is where it gets a bit tricky. I'm not combing, I'm just going to get under the chin to see where I am with the line. And I'm going to follow the jaw with this. So this is a bare if you're dexterous, you can get this done. Try to have a neutral position so you know where you are. Some might freak out by this and think it's too aggressive, but for me, it's not too bad. I like the line. Less itching. Same around this side. A bit of freestyling. I'm just going to get everything to come together. Just a quick one before I carry on. This is where a lot of conversations happen. It's like, hey, do you go in as a V? Do you go in as a U? Do you go in as a whatever? I like to keep things tight, so I'm going to go in following the line as a U, not a V, not so drastic. Like that line there. I'm just going to tidy up. I like that. I mean, like I said, for some it could be a little bit extreme, but I like the idea of going against or following the chin, especially if I'm going through the growth phase. And I plan to keep this for another month. I want to make sure that the chin area is nice and tidy. Don't be afraid of experimenting. I would definitely say that in the beginning, if you are growing your beard, experiment then, kind of figure out where you want to take it, because another month worth of growth, you can always repair any sort of experiments. I'd rather you do it sooner and figuring out what look you want sooner rather than later, because you could end up ruining approximately 3 months of growth, and you don't want that. So I'm going to go for the guard again. Get this nice and lined up, and then I'll clean up with the blade. Now onto the details. See this? We're going to clean this up. Get that nice and neat. I'm not trying my best not to actually mess with the line of the beard, as in like not taking out any density out, but I'm just going to take out any stragglers. If you don't feel confident with a trimmer, don't worry, you can always use some high quality scissors, and that will I'm going for a straight line there, a straight line there. Now you may notice that there are still some stray hairs around the edges. Now, that's what I'm going to do. Rather than this one. Here, I'm going to apply a grade 1. Put this slightly higher. And make sure these are all. This is a grade 1. I've taken it to maybe a 1.5 by using the lever. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to tidy up the ends, the tops. So anywhere the beard kind of radiates into the skin, just going to clean that up. Not messing around too much under the chin. And I am just going to tidy up this area here. Find my moustache. Gotta be super careful. I'm going to keep the tips away, so that's anything from here to there. I'm basically following the lip. Going to give myself, kind of cut into it ever so slightly. Again, you could do this with scissors, so you don't have to do it with a machine. I'm just doing it because I'm quite confident with the machine. Now what I'm going to do is just notice that I'm not too happy with the gradient that I'm seeing. So rather than increasing the lever here, I'm going to take it down to 0. Just get in there. I like that. That's good. And even if I want to, I've kept the tips long. So if I wanted, I can just bring this down. That still looks okay. At the moment, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for a flick here and here. Take some of that weight out. There we go. Like it. Alright. And I'm very happy with that. Okay, so now I'm back with my trusty Feather Artist cutthroat razor. I am using a fresh Feather Super Pro, if you can see it, there we go, blade, and what that means is that it protrudes a lot more than the other range, if you can see that. I love this for detail work and if I'm going for a really close shave. What I will be using is my trusty, I say trusty, yeah, it's just kind of like a go-to, is V76 Clean Shave. It's like a gel, but it's also like a foam, so give it a there we go, goes under the neck. Preps the skin, and then you go in and tidy this all up. Forgive me if I don't talk too much, I'm just going to speed through this. I have really thick hair in the chin area. I'm sure you've noticed it's very dense, very hard, very coarse. Even some of the sharpest blades have problems. Don't worry if you nick yourself here or there. Sometimes it's not really a cut. It's more of a pimple, or when you've just caught something that was growing in the opposite direction. That's fine, no big deal. Yeah, I'm happy with that line. I'm not applying too much because I just want to see where everything goes. I'm going to put a little gap just here. This is how I like to wear it. Damn, my hair is so coarse. Let's see. Clean that up. Clean it up, yeah. And soft. Now, that's pretty much it. You can see I've caught myself in a couple of places. That's primarily because of the nature of the hair. It was either growing in a different direction, or it was just in it was in a location that's so dense or so coarse. This one here was really tricky. It was very, very, very thick, very hard to kind of like get that smooth. So when I gave it, it kind of tugged and it was unhappy, which is something similar that happened here and here, but it's very, very normal. Don't worry about that. That will go eventually with some cold water, and I'll show you how to do that. Now, recently I've been testing a lot of products, and I found that I've obviously deviated from my usual routine and all products. So what I found is that I started to get breakouts, which I haven't had since I was a teenager. So it's been a very long time since I've had experienced spots or any sort of poor skin. Now what I'm going to do is kind of go back to some products that I really enjoy using and products that I know work for my skin and help in healing and various kind of like cleansing and detoxification. This is the Bishatan Charcoal Face Mask, and I'll say face mask, it's a cleansing mask. So you can use it as a wash, it's a 3-in-1, or you can use it as a mask. Now what I'm going to do, I'm taking a few pumps and I'm going to apply that to my face. And to the beard. You may have seen me use this in some of my previous videos. It's a great product to detoxify, cleanse, and remove impurities. I'm not going to put this on under the neck because the neck has been shaved quite intensively, so that is basically clean. But what I'm going to do here is work it, really work it in. Especially in the chin area, because that is where all your sweat and grime and oil kind of run into naturally and get caught up in. So I'm just gonna, there you go. There you go, leave that on for 5 minutes and should be done. Rinsed off and finished with a splash of cold water. Whew. I'm quite pleased with that. Now it's just a matter of letting it dry, ensuring that it's sitting in the right position. I would say that you would probably need to do this again a week from now, give it a week between trims so you're catching all the stragglers. With me, obviously, what's happening here is that I'm getting a few spiky bits, and that's just because the skin is reacting to the temperature of the water, cold water. So it's basically there's goosebumps. They're making the hair stand up. So just let that calm down. Any sort of redness, any sort of irritation will go. And there you have it. That was clean trim of about 1 month's worth of growth. And I'll be back to it probably a week from now to make sure that it's going the way I want it. If you have any questions, leave them below. Comments. If you want to discuss something or you have more questions, please just get involved. Leave a comment below. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And on a passing note, please forgive my usage of an Alice band. Have a good day. I'll speak to you later. Bye bye.